What's up again, YouTube? Acid Roots here with another episode of Blackthorne. Now we're going to keep plowing through these stages, and essentially we only have like maybe 5 left after this, so just get prepared for that. It's kind of the main thing there is just me trying to talk about that. I'm just kind of like, hell, that doesn't change the fact that some of these last stages are going to be nasty, but I'm just kind of... The main thing I want to make sure I don't do is just slip up with the jumping tactics, because especially in this world, you want to watch where you jump. Because I feel like when he's running, sometimes when you hit the B button to jump, it doesn't register quite as immediately as it needs to. I feel like I have pretty good reflexes. I think the Super Nintendo's registration is a little bit later than you know, how quickly I press the button. So that's kind of the thing, but you know, obviously if you have similar problems, you'll see what I'm talking about. For those of you who feel the need to, you know, play through this game without cheats. So, but yeah, it was kind of fun taking a brief break to play through Pac-Man. I mean, neither Cobalt or myself could really get through that game, but you know, for what it was, it's at least to the point saying that, I mean, everyone has probably played this game. I mean, for the most part, you know, just depending upon who you are, that was like the game that most family members introduced you to, whether it was an older cousin, an uncle, maybe even an aunt, a sister. So many different things, and this is kinda... That was stupid. Kyle just knocked his head. I mean, I know... Whatever. That's what I'm talking about, you know, but... Yeah, so... I'm gonna try to find more games like Pac-Man to kind of do, that just, you know, only take like 1 or 2 or 3 videos. So I need more beaten games on my channel. Right now I only have like 7 or 8. If I want to catch up with some of the big, you know, the heavyweights, I need to, of course, you know, ramp up my skill set, and that's why I'm doing this game. Eventually I'm going to have to start doing like PS1 games and other stuff. I'm thinking about playing through the Bouncer. I've really considered that, just to kind of say whether or not I'd like to do kind of some extra consoles on here, but there's not too many PS2 games I can really beat. Like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, for example. I feel like if I were to try to do that, I could probably do okay until I got to like the Mike Torino missions where you have to fly the plane. And I don't know what they were thinking that you have to be able to, you know, handle flying a jet plane. I mean, that's how widespread Grand Theft Auto was at the time, but I'm just kind of like, hell, especially some, you know, a 2-bit thug like Carl Johnson, and just, you know, it's kind of weird. That's just the thing. You know, maybe I'll try Splinter Cell, Metal Gear Solid 2, something like that, I don't know. I mean, a lot of those PS2 games had, like, you know, you get the idea, they're just complicated. I mean, they're not short and linear, and I work better with linear games, so. Oh, you just got clocked in the jaw, Kyle. Fell to your death. Oh, I think if I remember correctly, Kyle winds up dying from stupid shit like that. It's gonna happen either in this episode or the next one. That sort of shit that just continues to happen, so. I could really use the weapons power up at this stage. So. Yeah, you gotta keep in mind that sometimes the game will resort to cheap in order to ramp up the difficulty. Not really much you can do here. The only thing is I'm taking unnecessary damage, but luckily they give you plenty of potions, so. Yeah, I had some sloppy joes just a couple of hours ago. That was really tasty. I mean, normally I can eat like 3 burgers filled with those and be okay, but I had 2 just to kind of savor it a bit more. I'm running out of hamburger buns, so sloppy joes was not something I liked when I was younger, but I really, you know, I have an affinity for it now, kind of the thing. Just trying to think of other things. I had something else. Oh yeah, I had tacos. You know, I haven't made tacos. I mean, my family cooked the tacos earlier, but I used to make tacos. It was fun. And that's the thing. It's kind of, you know, it's the same situation like with driving. You know, you kind of forget how to do it after you've been out of whack long enough. So, I've forgotten how to make tacos. It's kind of stupid, but I just don't know. I know you just have to basically cook the meat until the grease runs out, and then fuck around and put the seasoning in and so on. But the thing I hate is just heating up the taco shells, because I just want to put them in the microwave, because I'll eat crunchy tacos, but I hate having to cook them in the oven because it takes longer. You know, you can call it laziness, but I feel like a microwave should be able to do it. Because the thing that the microwave will do is when you have a taco shell, it'll warm it up, but then the taco will kind of fold together so you can't put the meat in the taco, and I hate when it does that. I mean, I've gotten mad at taco shells before because of that. I'm not fighting both of these fuckboys up here. They can suck it. I'm not going to even bother with fighting them cheaply or regularly. Especially with, you know, because that's essentially, you know, you have to hit them like 10 times between the 2 of them. So, but he's getting smart. You know, wait till you see how I counter that. So you'll see. How do you think I'm going to counter this, viewers? I'm going to get cheaper. The game counters my cheap, and I counter it countering my cheap. But yeah, there's a golem here, so. So I don't know what I think about, you know, here in the United States, Donald Trump is thinking about banning the social media TikTok. So I don't know if some of you folks are watching from like Australia or Japan or Spain or somewhere like that. You know, our president is trying to ban TikTok, and it's like one of the most popular websites, you know, on the planet right now. It's probably in like the top 10 or something, but it's kind of like hell. So I mean, I don't really use it in terms of making videos, but I do watch a lot of the stuff that's on there. So I'm really hoping that like it sticks around. I think it'll ultimately prevail, but I mean, we only have 45 days. I mean, he said that like 3 or 4 days ago, so TikTok has 40 days to come up with some sort of counter before it gets banned from the United States. So this is kind of, it's like, you know, that's like on my phone, that's my second most used app. I'd say Instagram is probably number 1, but then TikTok is number 2. Curse Sarlacc. But yeah, TikTok is number 2 just because there's really not a shit ton going on. That's the thing with all this pandemic stuff, is this is kinda makes you wonder what other people are doing and shit, but it's funny because Jason Derulo has a song, such an awkward song. Well, it's not awkward, but this is funny just because you wouldn't think that could become an R&B song. But I like that. The producer's name is like Josh. It's called Savage Love, but it just is. I hear that song often. It's funny how TikTok song is kind of like that Savage song with Beyonce. You know, those TikTok songs in the United States are really starting to chart. So it's fun. That's the thing. I mean, the platform was really used last year, but I don't really, don't remember it being this viral. These golems, they're really selective about when they come out. I know I probably shouldn't have to fight this guy, but just in case I mess up, I want to be able to do it again. So obviously these guys are cheap, but I'm about to just say fuck it, jump. That's kind of the thing. I don't like when they put jumps at the beginning, because you have to do these running jumps, so. And I got this asshole to take care of. That's a good thing. You would have thought that would have been death right there, but no. That was a good thing. So you gotta feel for Kyle, though. I mean, he's doing this whole thing by himself. I mean, apart from like the tree stages where the Androthi would take out like a couple of the traders. I mean, he's essentially, he mostly, I mean, 90%, 85% of the enemies he wipes out himself. So, but he does get like trinkets and goodies from like his helpers, the Androthi. So some people prefer it that way. I don't know how most of you would kind of feel about that, just having to do everything by yourself. But I guess that's that's how it has to be in a one-player game. But obviously, this pandemic stuff, this is like a fully realized version. It's the same shit. It's the same type of shit they're shoveling at you, I gotta tell you. So, but it's funny because on Instagram I actually see there's like this controversy Instagram dude that's constantly talking about how he thinks like the billionaires are behind the coronavirus, and I almost don't know what to believe. I mean, sometimes they say stuff like all the news platforms are constantly the millionaires and rich people just buy all the news platforms so they decide what you watch. So it's kind of like, you look at it like, if you're in America, ABC, CBS, MSN, all those all those different news stations is kind of the same shit, Fox and all them. So I don't know. It's kind of like what they said with John F. Kennedy getting shot. I mean, any people who actually know the truth about what happened, the government probably wants to compromise, not in a good way. But stupid about it. It's the same sort of shit with like Area 51. It's like, just show off the fucking alien already. That's what you gotta pay attention to. We know you have an alien, and we know it's been there for like 70 years. So I mean, those fuckers will shoot you on sight, though. Even if you came with like an army, their army would probably kill most people within like an hour and a half. But I don't know. This is kind of. Yeah, we only have like a minute left, so we can continue these fables in part 16 of Blackthorne, but we're really starting to wrap this up. I mean, this is the last stage of World 4, or World 3, so it's got a little bit more and shit, and then we'll be on our way. Yeah, we're about done. But yeah, so I do die a couple of times in this gameplay that's coming, so. Well, yeah, when you get this new weapon upgrade, 3 hits is all it takes, which is really good. But alright, folks, so subscribe for more fun. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful night.